Save $10,000 in a year? You got this! Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that can change your financial future. How to save $10,000 in a year. Saving might seem daunting, especially if you're just starting, but trust me, it's totally achievable. In this video, I'm going to break it down into simple, actionable steps that anyone can follow. We'll explore practical strategies for budgeting, cutting costs, and even finding extra cash to reach your savings goals faster. Let's get started. Alright, before we even think about cutting back on that morning latte, let's talk about why you're watching this video in the first place. What does saving $10,000 in a year really mean to you? Is it about finally taking that dream vacation, making a down payment on a house, or just having a financial safety net? Having a clear goal, something tangible that you can visualize, is going to be your biggest motivator. Think about it like this. If you're driving without a destination in mind, you're just going to end up lost, right? It's the same with your finances. You need a clear destination, a specific goal to work towards. So grab a notebook, open up a note on your phone, whatever works for you, and write down that goal, $10,000 in 1 year. Now, put that note somewhere you'll see it every single day, like your bathroom mirror or your fridge. It'll serve as a constant reminder of what you're working towards. Trust me, that visual reminder can make all the difference when you're tempted to splurge on something you don't really need. Now let's get real for a second. You can't expect to save if you don't even know where your money is going in the first place, right? A lot of people are afraid of budgeting, but it's not about restricting yourself, it's about being in control of your money so your money doesn't control you. The first step is to track your expenses. You can use a budgeting app, a simple spreadsheet, or even just a notebook. For a whole month, write down every single thing you spend money on, from your morning coffee to your rent payment. Once you have a month's worth of expenses, categorize them. This means grouping similar expenses together like groceries, transportation, entertainment, and so on. Now analyze your spending. Are there any areas where you're spending more than you realized? Maybe you're eating out way too much or spending a small fortune on subscription boxes you don't even use. This is where you can start to identify areas where you can potentially cut back and save some serious cash. Okay, now comes the fun part, sort of. We're going to cut those unnecessary expenses like a hot knife through butter. Remember that spending analysis we did in the last chapter? It's time to put that to good use. Look for areas where you can trim the fat without feeling like you're depriving yourself. Take a hard look at your subscriptions. Do you really need Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and Apple Music? Pick one or two that you actually use and ditch the rest. That right there could save you $50 a month or more. Next up, food. Eating out can be a huge drain on your finances. Try meal prepping a few times a week instead. It's way cheaper and healthier than ordering takeout every night. Don't forget about those small, seemingly insignificant expenses. That daily $5 latte might not seem like much, but it adds up to over $1,800 a year. Even small changes like making coffee at home can make a big difference in the long run. Chapter 4. Automate your savings. Pay yourself first. Alright, let's automate this process and make saving as painless as possible. The key here is to pay yourself first. What does that mean? As soon as you get paid, set aside a portion of your income for savings before you even have a chance to spend it. The easiest way to do this is to set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account. Decide on a specific amount you want to save each month, whether it's $100, $500, or even more, and schedule those automatic transfers. The beauty of automating your savings is that you don't even have to think about it. The money just magically appears in your savings account each month like clockwork. And hey, if you get a raise or a bonus, increase those automatic transfers. You won't even miss the extra money and your savings will grow even faster. Chapter 5. Side Hustle Power. Unlock additional income streams. Now let's take things up a notch. Saving is great, but earning more is even better, right? That's where side hustles come in. A side hustle is basically any type of work you do in addition to your main job to earn extra income. The best side hustles are things you enjoy doing that also have the potential to bring in some serious cash. If you're a people person, consider driving for Uber or Lyft in your spare time. If you're good at something like writing, graphic design, or web development, you could find freelance clients online. Even something as simple as selling unwanted items on platforms like eBay or Facebook Marketplace can bring in some extra cash. The key here is to find something that aligns with your skills and interests. Not only will this make the work more enjoyable, but you'll also be more likely to stick with it in the long run. Chapter 6. Emergency Fund, your financial safety net. Alright, before we get too caught up in reaching that $10,000 goal, let's talk about something equally important. Building an emergency fund. Life is unpredictable, and unexpected expenses always seem to pop up at the worst possible times, right? Your car could break down, you could lose your job, or you could have an unexpected medical bill. That's where your emergency fund comes in. This is money you set aside specifically for those unexpected events. Aim to have at least 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses saved in your emergency fund. This will provide a financial cushion to fall back on if anything unexpected happens. Having an emergency fund not only gives you peace of mind, but can also prevent you from going into debt if an unexpected expense arises. Chapter 7. Stay motivated. Track your progress and celebrate wins. We're almost there. You've set your goal, you're tracking your expenses, you're cutting back, you're automating your savings, and you're even exploring side hustles. Now, it's all about staying motivated for the long haul. Remember that note you wrote down with your $10,000 goal? Keep it somewhere visible and remind yourself of it daily. Visualize yourself achieving that goal and think about how good it will feel. Track your progress along the way. Whether you use a budgeting app, a spreadsheet, or just a simple piece of paper, keep track of how much you're saving each month. Seeing that number grow will give you a sense of accomplishment and keep you motivated. And don't forget to celebrate your wins. Every time you reach a milestone, whether it's saving $1,000, $5,000, or finally hitting that $10,000 mark, take some time to acknowledge your achievement. Reward yourself without derailing your progress. Outro, congratulations! You're on your way to financial freedom. There you have it. Follow these simple steps, and you'll be well on your way to saving $10,000 in a year. Remember, it's all about setting clear goals, tracking your expenses, cutting back where you can, and finding ways to increase your income. The most important thing is to be consistent and stay committed to your goals. Building wealth takes time, but with patience and persistence, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more tips on managing your finances. See you next time.